Good Monday afternoon to all. Hope everyone's doing well. We're getting into the spirit of Hanukkah. So let's discuss something halachic. Motzei Shabbos Hanukkah. So Shabbos comes to an end, and there are two mitzvos we need to perform. One, obviously, has to do with Havdalah, right? You end Shabbos, you make Havdalah. But you also have to light the Hanukkah candles. And the question and the debate among authorities is going to be, which one do you do first? So there's actually three opinions. What are the three opinions? So opinion number one is of Ramoshe Isserles the Ramo. The Ramo tells us that, listen, when it comes to lighting Hanukkah candles, you want to do it as soon as possible, as early as possible, especially if you try to do it by a window or there are people passing. So the Rama was of the opinion that you light your Hanukkah candles first, and only after that do Havdalah. Rab David Halevi, the author of Turei Zahav, he disagrees. He says that we have a rule that when you have two mitzvos, one occurs on a more frequent basis than the other, the tadir, the frequent one, is performed first. So therefore he notes that you should first make Havdalah, and only after that light the Hanukkah candles. Now, what's opinion number three? Opinion number three is by Rabbi Avram Gombiner, the author of Magen Avraham, great 17th century authority. And he says the following: in general, follow the Ramah. In other words, light your Hanukkah candles first. However, that is only true if when you daven your Amidah, the Shmon Esrei, you said the Havdalah. In Chonen Hadaat, there's a Havdalah structure that is said in the first blessings of the request in the Amidah. We say the Atachon Antonu, which is the Havdalah. When you made already a Havdalah in your Shmona Esrei, so then after Ma'ariv, you go ahead and light the Hanukkah candles first. If for whatever reason a person forgot to say the Havdalah in his Amidah, then he should first go ahead and make Havdalah on the cup, and only afterwards light the Hanukkah candles. There's an interesting story. The great posek of Germany in the beginning of the 20th century, Rabbi David Tzvi Hoffman, the head of the Berlin Yeshiva there. So he shares with us these opinions, and he notes that for many years he had the custom, and that was perhaps the custom in Berlin, to follow the practice of Havdalah first. That was the practice. But one year he studied the subject in great depth, and he came to a conclusion that it would be better to follow the Ramah and light Hanukkah candles first. That was his decision. So that Motzei Shabbos Hanukkah, he's planning to do so, but he notes that it happened that for whatever reason he forgot in his Amidah to say the Havdalah. So suddenly he believed that now there's more of a reason to go ahead and make Havdalah first, meaning to follow his old practice, because as the Magen Avram tells us, that when you forget Havdalah in the Amidah, that should be done first. So he realized that perhaps it's a sign from heaven that he should not change his practice. And since up until that point, he was always making Havdalah first, he felt it was a sign from heaven that he should first make the Havdalah on the cup of wine first, and only afterwards the Nerot Hanukkah. Everyone should obviously follow their custom, and if you don't have a specific custom, you could follow what the Ramah says, to go ahead and light Hanukkah candles first. And the main thing is, it should be a meaningful experience. It should be a wonderful day to all. Bye-bye.